So I got a 2008 MKX, and I'm gonna do the transmission, replace that. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the motor and the transmission because it's a lot quicker and easier. Then I'll separate them. So right now, just gonna pop my hood, get it on the lift, and then take my battery out, take my antifreeze out, my air box, start taking some shit loose. But first, pop the hood, put it on the lift, and drain the antifreeze and the AC. Alright, so I'm down here. Got my drain plug out. I don't know if I can show it to you right here. You can see it through there. Just put a wrench on it, loosen it up. Alright. Now I seen I had to drop this, so I'm gonna drop this down with all these little screws. Cause I'm gonna end up taking this off of here, dropping this subframe down. Drop it there, drop it there. Take these two nuts off, and drop it there. So, I'm gonna get my cover off, spray my exhaust bolts, get my tires off and shit. You can start up top probably. Alright, so I got my battery loose. Got my, it's an 8mm. Got that jank up out of there. I'll get it. Alright, so I'm about to grab my battery up here, out of here. I'll come through. I'm gonna take my clips off. Usually there's another one, but I guess it's just got one. Just gonna take this loose right here, right now, with my little 8. Little thing you gotta pull back on here. Little clip. I popped it out, it's on. It's right there, and I'll grab her ass in a second. Alright, so anyway, I got that loose off of there. It's gonna come up. Got my work shit cleaned up a little bit today, so I'm gonna take this 8 out here. I'm gonna take this 8 out right here is what I'm gonna do. Pull that shit up. Which is in there. Yeah. Alright. So this is just gonna pop up now, but I probably need both hands. It's just gonna pop up off of there. And I'm gonna take my battery out. That's gonna be 2 hands. Got my battery out. This just popped right up out of them 2 things with a little pressure. Alright, so now I'm gonna take the rest of my air box off, probably, if I can. Yeah, right there. Take the rest of this off. Take this out of here. Got a 10 there for it. I got 10 here. Got a 10 over there. Take them 3 out. I'm gonna take these wires. Let's see. Probably be easier. Yeah, I'm gonna just take that loose right there. So I keep them all together. Send that down with the motor. I'm gonna get my top radiator hoses off after I take this up, my linkage up, and all that. Get my AC shit out of here. And looks like I can get to my motor mount. I can leave this, just take this line off. Alright, so pop that off with the little shit. Pull this other one out. Pull that shit up. Now I'm gonna grab my 2 heater core hoses off of here. My fuel line. I'm gonna show y'all how to get that off of there. Looks like it's just a little simple jump. If I can find one of my 8 picks. Alright. So, it's not. I'm gonna figure that shit out, man. Alright, so the way the thing's set up is I just had to push this down and in. I had to push this one down and out. And then pull it out a little bit. I'm hoping it's just, there we go, slide right off of there. Alright. So now I'm gonna get my heater core hoses too. They're right here. They're easy. I'm gonna be back. You're gonna see all these off. This is gonna be out, and whatever else I get to. These look like they can just stay up there. You just gotta take this one line off right here, and them are the same as that other fuel line. You just push these little shits in at the bottom. And you fucking pull this little fucking shit up here, yo. Pull it up. Pull it off. Alright. Looks like that shit's gotta come off too. Alright, so I got my 2 radiator hoses off. Got my 2 heater core hoses off back here. I unplug this plug from here. You just push in the little tab. Alright, right there. Put my shit in the tuck. I'm about to take this ground wire off right here after I mark that bitch. Alright, so I'm back. My storage got full. So like I said, got all that shit off. Now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take my linkage off. I gotta take this little thing out of here. Pull it up. And probably slide it back. This thing, I ain't really sure. I'll just let y'all know when I get it off. But I believe I just pull up on this tab with something and then slide this tab on off of there. Do like so. Get it up under there and then slide her ass right off of there. That's what I'm thinking, and I am. I'm right. It's like you've seen it slide and then it slides on off of there. Alright. Put that to the side so I don't lose it, and then this is gonna slide up, and it's probably got a little, oh, y'all can't see me, it's got something right here. It sits in a little groove probably. I'm gonna get a flathead and then I'm gonna get that the rest of the way up there. Alright, I ain't gonna take all day with that off, so I'm gonna take this line off. I'm gonna throw this to the back over here. I'm gonna take this, might not have to take that off. And you can see, I'm gonna unhook this big bitch right here. And then I'm gonna unplug this little one right here. So I got them 2 plugs out, right, going to the side up here. Got ground wires right here. Just mark them with some white out. I'm gonna take that off. Put that to the side. It's just one wire that goes with it. And then get whatever else I can find up here. Alright, so I got my antifreeze line off. That went right here. Alright, so now I'm back here and you see I got that vacuum line. That's what I'm getting off right now. Alright, so that goes right there. Now I'm gonna feel around, make sure I ain't got no more, because the way this thing is a little funny here. Alright, so that's the only one I feel back there. Go around to this other side. Make sure I got nothing else, and I don't got anything else that I can feel, so I think we're good up here. So now what I'm gonna do, is go down to the bottom, man, and start my way down there. Alright, so I did want y'all to see, this is the other ground wire. I go to the bottom. There's a couple ground wires. It's the other one, and that's gonna go right here. And I got this other one off right here. So just to remember where they go back. You know, I got my little shit off right here, which I don't mark that with white because I know that's a positive. Alright, so all that shit's loose. My transmission lines I'm probably gonna take off up here. Oh, and my linkage. Let me get my linkage real quick, show y'all that. Alright, so I was wrong on the linkage. All you gotta do is you gotta push in where it's got a little hole right here and a little hole on the other side, and then this thing just lifts up. You see it's got two little tabs that stick into this shit. So I'm gonna stick this shit up on my way now. Then I'll move it to the bottom. Alright, so this is all-wheel drive. I'm gonna take my 4 bolts out right here from my drive shaft. And then I might take these 2 bolts out also. And them 2 I'm battering on if I can move it out of my way or not. First I'm gonna try to just zip tie it right here. But take that loose, scrape my bolts. Now I'm gonna try to take it loose from right here. But so I might have to cut this motherfucker for real. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take it loose right there. See if I can take that thing down and swing it to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and take these little shits off right here. Get my torque converter bolts out. Get my bottom transmission bolts off right here. It's got 2 little clips here to pop this little shit off. Then I'm gonna get my brake calipers and shit off too, like I do on all of them. Take them, put them to the side, take my 2 bolts out my strut right there. Take my wheel sensor loose if I got one. Yep, take it loose. Probably try to take it loose right here unless I got a plug up in there. And take these 2 bolts out too. And these 2 right here on both sides. Just leave the main bolt in. Alright, so I got my exhaust down. Shit went pretty fucking easy, man. Got the big pipe laying back there on the floor. So now I pop my little cover down and I'm gonna get my torque converter bolts out. It's at 18, I'm gonna spin it right here. It's probably about 4 of them. And I'm gonna get them bitches on out of there. And my transmission bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I got my drive shaft hanging right there. Alright, so I got my nuts off of here. Got my bolts up out of here. Got my 1 power steering line off right here. I got my nuts off here, but it looks like I might take my bumper down. Because there's top ones. I might have to slide that piece off of there, which that's alright. I'm going to show y'all how to do that shit. So now I'm coming down to get my side shit. Alright, so I took my brake caliper off. Took my axle nut off and my axle out. Took my bolts out. Pulled my strut with the nuts right there. I got my brake caliper bolts right there. I got my wheel sensor sitting right here. Everything is loose, alright? So now I'm gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna do the same shit over there. Alright, also I got this loose because I'm gonna take my bumper down. Some Phillips head screws. I'm gonna unplug my lights in here, which should be fairly easy. Some little clips here. And a little clip on the other side. dumbass shit is what that shit is. Why they make them lights like that, but clip it down there, clip it down here, and unplug her ass. Alright, and then what else do I got in here? Probably gonna have something holding her ass on up here, but I ain't sure. If it pulls out, alright, it's just gonna pull out is what it's gonna do. See that? Just pops right up out that clip. So I'm gonna go do the same shit on the other side. Have to fix this shit. Somebody hit something with this thing there. Alright, do the same to the other side now. Alright, so I got my other side down the same way. Wheel sensor, caliber, shock, and axle out. And I got my bumper on off on this side. So now I'm gonna come on down and get my bumper the rest of the way off. Alright, so it's as simple as all these clips. 1, 2, 3, 4, should be 6. But they ain't on there. And the grill's gonna come on off with it. That's it, holding it. Yep. Alright, so that was it. Just them little clips there holding it on, and there she goes. I'm about to move her some. Alright, so I took this off with these 210 nuts. Took them off of there. Then I'm gonna take these ones off right here. It's just one on each side. I'm gonna set this on the ground. Alright, so I took that thing all the way off there. Took this other line loose. Threw it on to the side right there. Now I'm up under here, and I see I need to take this motor mount out because it's a bitch once it's on the fucking box. So I'm gonna take my 210s out. I'm gonna take my 2 bolts out here, take my bolt out here, and take my bolt out here. Like this ain't good anywhere. Got my motor mount out of there. Now, right, get my AC lines off and my fucking transmission lines off is my next shit. I'm gonna try to take them both off right there. Alright, so I got my wheel locked in place. I'm gonna go take my... Alright, so I got my steering bolt right there. That should help it get off of there. So I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna take my little pride bar and push it on up. Alright, since I got a little bit of room, I'm gonna take my shit here and I'm just gonna open that up just a little bit before I even try to knock it off. Alright, so it comes right off of there like that. So I'm gonna take my white out marker real quick. That's all you need. I'm gonna take my little thing up out of here. Leave her ass to the side. Now I'm gonna go up here and get my motor mount, bolts loose. And I'll show y'all that shit. I'm about done. Alright, before I do the motor mounts, I got these 2 lines I'm gonna take off. And these 2 AC lines got to come off. Fucking shit. Alright, so I got my 2 transmission lines off. And it looks like they'll just hang right there, so they'll be alright. I might just need to move them a little bit out the way. That way they don't hang on the motor when it's coming down. They'll be alright. Move them as they come down. Got my AC lines off right here. And I'm just hoping they gonna hang. But I'm gonna go look up top, see what I can do. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled this up out this shank right here. I'll pull the other one up too, probably. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this bolt out just so this thing won't get caught up on shit. I'm gonna do that also. So I'm up here, I'm taking my motor mount loose. Take these two bolts out right here. Throw that up there. Now I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts out right here. Then I'm gonna come on over here, and it looks like, oh shit, the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. And then her ass is gonna be loose. I'm gonna go on down here and put my box up under this bitch. Alright, so I got my nuts out from my motor mount. It's a little bit tight. Same over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this bolt out right here. Get this one out, and I'm gonna work the other side with a pry bar. Just make sure it's loose before I go up with this bitch. Alright, so I did have to just throw it out under the transmission a little bit. Get this bolt out. Should be able to just get that off of there now. Alright, so this side's all the way loose. This side's still a little bit tight, so what I'm gonna do, y'all, is I'm gonna take that bolt out, and I'm gonna take this bolt out. So I'm gonna take my thing. So I'm gonna take this 8 out. I'm gonna take this 8 out. I'm gonna slide this box. I'm gonna take this 8 out. Slide this box out of my way and get them 2 bolts right there also. Alright, so I moved my jack over. Took my reservoir up fairly quick. Got my 3 bolts out fairly quick. Taking that bitch on up out of there very quick. Set her ass on the ground because she's so heavy. And looks like I'm all clear all the way around. So now I'm gonna fucking get this thing up out of here. I might have to get this. Alright, so power steering line is gonna come off. I'm gonna take that off right here. Take this power steering line off. Alright, so I just took off this little small line and left a big bitch. I'm gonna just set it right there and let it ride down. I think I'm good. So, set my motor down. We should put a block on it. I'm gonna go up now. Alright, just gonna do a once over, look around. Everything looked good. Let's see if I needed that. Yeah, see that big line up there? So I did need that loose. That's a good thing I took that loose while I was up there. So now we'll come on down with our ass. Go ahead and drain the fluid, 11 millimeter. That way I don't make a mess. I'm gonna get my box up under here. Right here. Right here. And take my 4 bolts out. 1, ain't nothing around. I'm holding 2 and 3. See, I already got all the other shits out. 4. Alright. Alright, so I got my box. Oh man. I'm about to come on down with her ass. Alright, so I got my nuts down.
Only time I ever flown. From Atlanta.
I'm about to go up with this bitch. Alright. So we're gonna go look around. Make sure everything's good. Transmission wire, I forgot right there. See, it's going up here. What you got? Like to make sure ain't nothing hanging on me. Everything looks good. So we coming on up. What you got here? Oh yeah, that's all right right there. That's it.
All right.